Hello and welcome to Chicken Tuesday. This week I want to talk about bedding. So the folks from Easy Bedding have sent me a couple of bales of a bedding called Easichick to try out, and I thought I would tell you a little bit about it and let you know how I get on. Okay, so here we have the Easichick. It's a dust-free wood fibre bedding, if I can just hold that up, and it has apparently been treated with an organic enzyme, which means that it doesn't contain any bacteria or mould or spores, and that's particularly important for birds because their respiratory system can be more affected by things such as mould and spores than maybe bigger animals. And also, if you think about it, using this they suggest that one of the places you can use it is nest boxes, and eggs are porous, so I guess having a bedding that's not got any chance of having bacteria in it can only be a good thing. The bedding is made from recycled wood, and if you're like me and are conscious about the environment, I think that's also a really good thing. Not just any old recycled wood. I think there's a certain grade of wood that you have to you have to be able to you have to use in order to be able to make bedding such as this. So what else can I tell you about it? It has been accredited by organic farmers and growers for spreading on land that's used to grow organically. And I think that's great because, of course, you're going to want to compost your bedding and your chicken poo. And whilst wood chips can take a while to break down, I think we all try and compost what we take out of our chicken coops and our chicken runs. And if we want to be, as organic as possible, then I think that's great. What are you not doing? So I'm going to start using Easichick in my setup, and I'll keep you posted as to how I'm getting on, so that you can see whether it's been a success or otherwise. So I currently use another type of bedding from the same company inside the coop, and in my run I use Easy Bed, which is a bedding. Again, it's wood chip, but it's a slightly different formulation, I think, and it's not specifically designed for birds. So I am going to start using Easichick rather than Easy Bed inside the coop and inside the run. In the nesting boxes, though, I don't use wood chip at the moment. I actually use a straw for the girls. Now, what I'm going to do, because I mean they do like the straw, but it is messy, and what happens is they go in here and they make their nest, and then they end up knocking the straw all over the place, so it ends up mingling in with everything that's on the floor of the coop. So what I thought I would do is a little experiment, and I'm going to keep one of the nest boxes with the straw, and I'm going to replace the straw in the other nest box with Easichick, because then that'll let me see over time which particular nesting material the girls enjoy using. And of course, if I can go just to Easichick on its own, it means I don't have to buy the straw bedding as well as Easichick, and it also means that it's not going to be quite so messy, because I'm not going to have straw interspersed with the other bedding on the floor of the coop. So that's the idea. It might be that the girls decide that they prefer straw, but we shall see, and I'll leave it up to them to dictate what I use in the nest boxes. Okay, so in the right hand nest box, as I'm looking at it from the outside, we have our straw that we usually use, and then in the left hand nest box I have put Easichick, and I've put it nice and deep in there so that it's nice and comfy and cosy for them. I've also put Easichick in the base of the coop. So I have had the Easichick in the nest box for about a week now. So this nest box here has got Easichick in, and this nest box here has the straw that I usually use in the nest boxes. And every time the hens have laid, albeit there's only 2 laying at the moment, but every time they have laid on the Easichick and haven't bothered with the straw. So to me that's telling me that they aren't very, completely beholden to the straw, and they're very open to using the Easichick bedding, which is good. Yeah, and I'm finding that we're still getting the mess over here when the girls at night, sometimes they'll have a oh, didn't clean that out very well. See, that's typical actually, when the girls have been, they do sometimes sleep in the nest boxes, and I'm not, there's all people going, oh, don't let them, but I'm fine with it, and I pick the poo out first thing in the morning, so there's very rarely a time when there's eggs and poo in the nest box at the same time. But with the straw, sometimes you miss things, so there's some sort of compressed poo that I've obviously missed when I've been sort of skipping out the straw. Leave that there a second. But with the Easichick, and I'll show you that maybe tomorrow morning after they've been in here overnight, if they have pooed, the poo just sits on top, and it's really easy just to lift it out and you don't miss anything. So that's a couple of reasons that I think it's good to have Easichick in the nest boxes, or it's looking that way anyway. Okay, so I don't have much mess in the nest boxes, but let's just do a bit of a compare. I'll put on my glove, will I? Just to make it a bit more hygienic. So, over here where the straw is, there's a few poos. They've had a sleep in here, but they're a bit covered up. I've got to do a bit of digging to try and find it. And little bits are sort of disappearing among the straw. And then when I sort of foof up the bed, a little bit dusty as well, maybe. Although this is a chicken straw. So not bad, and the girls find it comfy, definitely. Over here on the Easichick side, there's not quite so much. There's one, in fact, and I can literally just pick that out without picking out much in the way of shavings, and that's it. So it's not a killer difference, but it is a bit easier to skip out the Easichick, to get rid of the poo out of the Easichick. There's just one wee tiny thing there. Oh, girls. Now I've got Easichick on the floor as well, so you can see that underneath the roost bars I've not skipped out yet, but let me just show you how easy that is as well. What a racket. Edith's in the way, of course. So I've just got this little light that I put on to make it, oh, I can't see, just got this little light to put on to make it a bit brighter for me. And yeah, so it's literally just, now there's molting girls in here, so there's feathers kicking about, but I literally just put on a glove and just poo pick. Sorry Edith, are you wanting to lay? Oh, feather off. Sorry if I'm moving the camera. So here you can see some of the straw that's been chucked out the nest box that I try and chuck back in again. And literally, that is it. So a minute, something like that, to just pick out the poo and the feathers as they were there. And yeah, I'm, couldn't be happier. So definitely the Easichick within the coop, I am really, really happy with. To be honest, the same really applies in the run. I've got a covered run, so the rain can't get in. So I have bedding down on the base of the run. And again, I can just pick up poos. And what I sometimes do is use I can't really do this with one hand because I've not got the tripod here. Hang on. Let's try this. Let's just trying to balance this. Right, so basically what I might use is this little, it's almost like a hand rake and a cat litter scoop, and I can just do that to pick up any poos as well. So that works, particularly for anything a bit squidgy that you don't want to pick up, even with a glove. And again, it doesn't take very long. I've still got the rest of the run to do, but it doesn't take very long to get a nice clean floor again. One thing I have found about, now I did use Easy Bed, which is the sort of horse bedding equivalent, before I tried out this Easichick. And one thing I've noticed is occasionally I've had a leak in a water drinker, and it's been dripping, or worse, onto the bed. But actually it stays dry on top, and any water just sinks down into the sort of base, and so keeps the dampness away from the chickens, which I think is great, and prevents them getting wet feet, etc. So, yeah, for about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks I think, I have been trying out this Easichick bedding, and I'm really happy with it. Now, I will say that I was given a couple of bales of the Easichick for nothing, but I haven't had any payment from the company or anything like that. They just wanted me to try it out and see what I thought of it. And as I say, I have used Easy Bed, which is also a wood chip bedding, but that's generally designed for larger animals, for horses, etc. And I've used that. I use that, and I'm very happy with that. The Easichick is just one that is specifically designed for using for your chickens and for other birds. And actually it can be used for rabbits and guinea pigs and things like that as well, apparently. Not that I have any of those. So yeah, the Easichick has just got a few additional qualities, if you like, that make it more specialised for chickens. So for example, it's smaller bits of wood chip, and it has this antibacterial, or what should I say, a sort of enzyme that's been used in the preparation of the bedding that prevents bacteria, mould and spore build-up. So the bottom line is I'm really pleased with it, I have to say. The chickens chose the Easichick nest box when they had the option of an Easichick nest box or one that had a chicken designed straw bedding in it. I also have it in the run, although I just sort of top dressed the run because I already had some easy bed in there. But you know, it's absolutely fantastic in there as well. And it's, you know, it's no dust and wicks away or lets the moisture sort of drain away, etc. As well as having these sort of, you know, preventing bacteria, mould and spore build up. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. So the one thing I would say is that Easy Bed, the bedding designed for horses, is slightly cheaper than Easichick. I can't remember what the amount is. So you would probably take that into account when you are trying to work out if you wanted to use one or other of these beddings. For me, I think particularly in the nest box area, the fact that it has, the Easichick has been treated with this enzyme that I keep going on about, that prevents bacteria, mould and spore build up. I think that's pretty important, particularly when you've got porous eggs in there, and particularly I think if you've got chickens that spend time in the nest boxes. For example, if you've got a broody hen that spends a lot of time in there, or as in my case, some of them snooze in there. So yeah, obviously everyone makes their own call, their own judgment as to what are the important things for them and make their decision. But I think for me, actually the product itself, Easichick, has been really successful in my setup, so I'm really happy with it. Anyway, that is me for now. I hope you found this informative. If you do want a free sample of the Easichick product, you can get that from the Easy Bedding Company, either by going to their website, and I'll post their websites in the description against this video, or let me know and I can give you a contact number to contact a person at the Easy Bedding Company, who can then send you out a free sample and you can see for yourself. Anyway, that's all from me, and I'll talk to you again very, very soon. Bye bye for now. Hello and welcome to Chicken Tuesday. This week I want to talk about that aeroplane going over. What else can I tell you about it? It has been accredited by organic farmers and growers to be put onto organic land, and you know, that's great obviously. So if you're wanting to compost it along with your chicken poo, and you're wanting to be in So what else can I tell you about it? It's accredited by organic farmers and growers to go into to be scattered on organic growing land, and that's great because of course you'll generally want to compost. There's an aeroplane. So I'm going to start using kids everywhere.